Hi. Hi, everybody. Oh, okay. I screwed up a little bit here today. I thought I was live for a second there, and I wasn't. And then I realized that I didn't have the camera hooked up right. And I'm working on a sample, and okay, I'm all set now. We are set. Um, hi. So what's happening in your life? I know that a couple of you are going to get on and say I couldn't find you. That's because I wasn't there. I have everything's a mess right now. I had to get everything off my desk so I could work on taxes, and that was not pretty. Trying to get all that stuff together, and so now I have a total disaster. And but I'm working on it. I'm gonna get it fixed. Hi, Carol. Hi, Susie. Yep, I just said I bet you people are gonna get on and say they had trouble finding me. That's because I was not live until 7:33. So I just got live. Just got live a minute ago. Okay, but we're fixed. We're good now. Um, yeah. Hi, Connie. So, okay, here we are. Uh, you know, I just started putting together what we're doing tonight like a few minutes ago. And what I decided to do is um last week I showed you some stuff that's coming up in the new catalog. This week I decided I was going to go through my stamp sets as I was pulling them off the shelf to put them, make room for the new stuff. I'm going to find something that I haven't used before and I'm going to use it. Even though it's retired and it's going away, some of you may have gotten it. It's a Sale-A-Bration set. Um, and I know that a couple of you do have it because you showed me some cards you made with it. It's the detailed Dogwood card. Or stamp set rather. So I decided I'm going to do a couple cards with that tonight, just so I can say I used it. Because hi, Karen, because I really just don't want to put away these stamp sets that are retired, having never used them. So, like I said, I decided to go through and find a couple that I have not used and use them. So, tonight I'm doing basic, easy cards with the detailed dogwoods. And I found some samples that were created by Anne Van Lucy, who is a demonstrator. I'm not even sure where she is, but I know she works with Rhonda Wade. And hi, Barb. So I'm using her design as a springboard, and that's actually, I think that it's a similar one. I know, Connie, you did this for a group meeting too. You did one very similar to this, but such a pretty stamp set. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do tonight. But before we do that, I just want to say catalogs. Okay, you guys that are demonstrators, you have them. Anyone who is not a demonstrator should have a catalog by now. If you don't, let me know and I will get one to you. But I know I've been hearing from people that I mailed them to that they got them, and I know I delivered some to some people. Um, so I'm hoping that everybody that needs one or wants one has one. Let me know if you don't. That's the catalog biz. Okay. That's going to go live really soon, May 1st. And I am going to I did get a lot in the pre-order. I did. I wasn't going to. I said I was only going to get one or two, but I just kind of went a little nuts. And my first order came in right away. Um, my second order is in the mail now, so I should have that pretty soon. And my third order, yes, my third order is still in picking. So I won't have that for another 2 weeks or so. So next week, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start using the new stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to get my one shelf get some of the old stamps off of it, the retired stuff, and get the new stuff on it, make room for the new stuff so that I can just reach up there and use them. And that's what I'm going to try and do. We'll see how that works. So, catalog next week, April 24th, I will be at Robizonia Library. Come join me there, 1:30 till about 3:30 usually it goes. And I'm going to try and do some really pretty cards there, some new stuff, maybe use some new stuff, and I do have a couple of new fun folds that I thought I would use. So yeah, that should be a good one. And we'll be starting to get ready for Mother's Day. Yes, Mother's Day's coming up. So yeah, we'll be working on that. Anything else coming up? Uh, let me see. Just let me see. Oh, guys, you know that the last chance products that are on sale are out there now. If anybody's interested in them, look at them, and some new kits. And let's start on these cards. Okay, so the first one. Oh, before we start the cards, I remembered to do this tonight. You see, Karen, you're getting the card tonight. Let me quick make a note. Karen. And today is for, what is today? 4/17, right? Sounds like a plan. Okay, 4/17. Karen, I'm putting your name on that card. You're welcome. Okay, so here we go. I started working on the sample for this first one. We're going to use a little bit of, oh my, what did I do here? There it is. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of Versamark, and I don't know that I have ever showed this before. So anybody who's a little new or something may not know that this can be done. On the other hand, maybe you all know that this is being done. And I'm not showing anything new, but we will see. Okay, so I didn't finish this card. Like I said, I'm trying to get my desk cleaned off and get all the work stuff, business stuff out of the way and get to the fun stuff with the cards. And I kind of got stuck in the middle. So, what I'm going to do with this card, I started out because I'm doing two of these. I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to use. So, I cut out these pieces are 4x5 1/4. I have Pebbled Path. I have Boho Blue. And I have Petal Pink. Why can't I remember that? Petal Pink. That's so easy, but you can't see it. You can't see it. Like it's up in my rack here, and it's so faded that you can't read. You can't read what it says. I'm gonna have to put a new label on that so I can read it. Okay. Anyway, Petal Pink, Boho Blue, and Pebbled Path. And then I took the perennial postage and I cut some out of white. These are the second largest of the perennial postage, and these were for backgrounds. And then I cut a couple of smaller ones just to do this with them. And then I decided I liked that idea, and that's where I came off with what I'm going to show you right now. So what I did with this card is I told you we're using the detailed dogwood. For this one, I used the leaves, but I'm going to do it again using this, what do you call these guys? Flies, dragonflies. Okay. So what I did is I took the leaves and the other one, but I'm going to use the dragonflies on this one. And I'm using Versamark ink. Now, Versamark, you all know, is to use um, when you want to powder, use embossing powder. It makes it sticky so that the embossing powder sticks to it. But it is also a watermark stamp. So it stamps, if you use it right on its own color, it just is color on color, and you get a really pretty effect using that. So I'm going to use the Versamark right now. You can also do this. I could also use the Petal Pink ink pad to do this, but it would have a different look. And I just really like the way this looks. So I'm just kind of stamping this guy all over the place. Now this is a very, very light. The stamp itself is a see, I told you it was sticky. The stamp itself is very I don't know how to put it. It's just a very dainty stamp. So it's hard to see. Okay, you can see the leaves better. And in fact, I'm not sure I like that. I think I might flip the other side of that and do the leaves anyway, because I think I like the leaves better. You can't see the dragonflies. Okay, so we're going to do it with the leaves. So, yeah, that's a little better. You can see that better. Now, when you're doing something like this to make a background, just kind of keep move the paper around, get it off the sides, do a little bit, like that. Don't have them all going in the same direction. Have some going in one direction, have some sideways, have some upside down. Get them all over the place and just kind of fill in your paper a little bit. Yeah, you can see that better. Can you see that? So that's my background, and you hardly see it at all, but it just adds a little oomph to it. Okay, so that's Versamark, and that's your color one color. Just to show you what I'm talking about, though, I'm going to stamp the other side of this with the Petal Pink, just to show you what I'm talking about color-wise. See, it's darker. So you could do it with that, and it's the same color as the paper, or you can do it like this, and it's just very faint. And I like this faint background. Hey, Linda. Oh, it's okay. Karen won the card tonight. I was late getting on too. A lot of that going around these days. So what I'm doing here is I'm using Versamark to just make a color on color background. Then I'm going to take my small perennial postage white that I cut out earlier, and I'm taking the branch from the detailed Dogwood stamp, this one here, and I'm just going to stamp that on there. And I'm using Pebbled Path because I like the gray tone that I'm getting from that. I didn't want something as harsh as black. And I'm doing it corner to corner so I get just about the whole branch in here. I definitely want to get the top. I'm not too concerned about the bottom. And then I'm just coloring these in, and this is only going to take a second. I'm using Petal Pink, light and dark. I'm using Granny Apple Green. And then I just touched a little bit with dark crumb cake on the branches, on my sample. That's what I did. So I'm going to take my light Petal Pink and just kind of color it in, leave some white, just get the bottom good, and the middles. This is one of those stamps that the stamp shows you where you need to put your your color by the lines, because the lines are so very nice and highlighted. And I'm going to take the dark and I'm just going to kind of throw that on the inside here and there and at the bottoms. And my green. And all I want to do here, I'm not going too crazy with color on these leaves, just kind of filling them in. And the crumb cake, again, I'm just filling in these branches here to make a give them color just so they're not gray. See, that's all there is to it. And now it's colored. It was easy. If you don't have blends, you can use markers. I also took ribbon, and I just have to find the ribbon that I used. Because obviously it was here a minute ago because I just used it. There it is. And this I don't think is available either. This is Petal Pink and Whisper White. Variegated ribbon. I don't know if this is still out there or not. And just got a piece to put across and tape it down. But one thing I did not do on the sample that I do want to do with this, and I'm going to do it again with the other card, is I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to take the Petal Pink ink and I'm just going to softly soften up these edges. Okay, there's that. Then I'm going to tape this down. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to get myself out of here so you can see what I'm doing because I'm probably working off camera again. I'm just a little bit messed up today. Okay, so I'm going to tape this ribbon down. Get it tight on either side. So how's everybody doing? I kind of jumped on and started right away because I was late and I never had a chance to even find out how you guys are all, what you're up to, what's happening, anything going on exciting in your lives? Tell me. Okay, I'm putting this on with dimensionals. And I did the other one, and I'll do this one also as like a thank you card. Or, I'll tell you what, I'm thinking maybe a get well card. Or no, the get well card isn't coming up here again. Oh, I have a tiny little feel better soon, but I don't like that it's too small. So I'm going to go with what I used before, which was So Thankful for You. Put that right there. And then I'm taking my white card base. As always, it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And I will glue that right on there. And then this particular stamp set is one of those that also has neat little, it just has this little, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what to call it, but it's going on the inside of my card. On the bottom, just to give it something on the bottom of the card. I did not center that very nicely, so I'll flip it over and do it again. I guess that's enough. And we'll glue this down. And that's that. That's the first one. Okay, second one is going to be, now I told you that I had some bigger pieces, and so that's like this. And you can use, I'm using the pebbled path for the background of this one. And I'm going to have it going this way. Now, what I want to do with this one is, like I said, I'm going to take my petal pink, and I'm going to just soften these edges with that. And I do think that the pink and the pebbled path, the two of them make such a pretty color combination. In fact, what I'm really thinking about doing here is taking another piece. And this wasn't part of the plan, but it's something that I think would be a nice, I just think it would work really well. Stamp. Yeah, isn't that a good, it's just a simple little thing to do, but it just zips things up a little bit using that Versamark. So what I'm doing here, this is a very shoot from the hip kind of deal. I want this pink piece to be almost the same size, just a tad bit bigger than my white piece. So I'm just kind of cutting as I go. And I'm just going to do that to highlight the whole thing. And then that's going to go on the gray. I like that better. Yeah. And then I'm going to also do the little Versamark thing on the gray around the edges, just because I just want to zip it up a little bit. So again, I'm taking my Versamark pad, which I put away. There it is. Okay. Hate when I put things away that I can't find them. I'm just going to go around the edges with this again. Go in all directions, up and down, in and out. And it's, I mean, because it's only going to be the edges that you're going to see, right? There it is. And then this is going to go on there. And that's going to go on there. And now, the main thing for this is going to be I think I used the wrong one because this whole flower is supposed to show up on here and it's not going to, but I think I can live with that. Yeah, that's going to go like that. And I'm going to take this thing here. I stamp off a couple of times because I want this really light, but it's going to be down there in the background. And this is going to just be a simple happy birthday. If that one fits pretty good. And once again, I'm going to use the same colors as I used before. I have light and dark petal pink. I'm starting with the light, and I'm just going to, and actually this one I'm going to go around the edges more. Leave a little white in the middle. And just color them in quick. And if you don't have blends, you do have markers, use the markers. And if you don't have blends or markers, hopefully you will have something, maybe some colored pencils you can color them with. Watercolored pencils would be good. And if you don't have any of those and you have an ink pad, you can grab a water pen and just color them in with that. Now I'm going to take my dark and I'm just going to go around the edges and kind of highlight these a little bit. I really should not be using the brush tip on this part. I should be using this tip. Yeah, that's much better. You really want to leave a little bit of white because you don't want this to look too dark. You want it to be pretty faint. And they're light colors, so it will be pretty faint. Okay, there's our pink, and then we're going to take our green, and again, I'm going to leave some white on even on the green because I just don't want it to be real dark. This is the light granny apple green. Joey keeps coming up to see what I'm doing. And then he takes off right away. I guess he doesn't want to be on. He was a little angry today that he couldn't be outside because every time he wanted to go outside, it would start to look like it was going to rain. It would get cloudy, and it never did more than sprinkle all day. It was just a really weird threat, and he did not like it at all. So there's that. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to color this one in just a little more with the light because I left a lot of white on that. I am also going to do something with the centers. I'm thinking just maybe a pale. What I got here? Light lemon lolly. That would work. Yep. This is such a pretty picture, and it's just to keep it very faint. It almost has an antique-ish look. So I'm going to glue this onto here. And I'm going to glue this onto here. Yeah, we're going to have a couple of layers here, but that's okay. It gives the card extra oomph. And then the whole thing is going to get glued onto a card front, which I have here. Yeah, the other day I told you all that cardstock prices are going up. So I got a lot. I'm stocking up quite a bit on cardstock, and I cut an entire pack into bases of white into bases. Then I cut another entire pack of white into the inserts. So, in fact, I think I cut 2 packs of white into the inserts. I have a stack that's pretty thick of these, a lot of them. And then the whole thing, oh, did I put that? I moved it. I put it on, I had it straight, and then I moved it. And now it's dry. So I'm leaving it. It's a little cattywampus, just a little. I don't even think you'll notice it. So let's see. Karen gets the card. She can get, well, you get that one or this one, whichever one you want, you can have. And one more, folks. I'm going to do the exact same card in blue because I have the blue here and I just wanted to try it and see how it was going to look. So what I'm going to do, take my Versamark once again, and I'm going to take these leaves again, and I'm going to put them along the edge of the blue. This is boho blue. Yeah, Yeah, like I really like pink, and I am so thrilled with the new colors. The pinks and they're just bright, pretty colors. I like pastels too. And I just don't want anybody saying all she ever does is pink because I do a lot of pink. But this one's going to be blue, and then that will go in the middle. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to stamp my dogwood. Okay, now this one, I've got to find a blender because I'm going to try and soft color the edge of this one too, the way I did that one in boho blue. Out and about today. I had to be over at St. Joe's over in Burnville. And then from there, I had to go down to Fine Hills. And I'll tell you what, traffic these days is pretty crazy. And people are just not very patient. Of course, there's construction everywhere. So you're being pushed and pulled all over the place. And people are sure, like I said, they're just very impatient. Okay, I think this one's going to be a happy birthday too, because we can always use birthday cards, right? Okay, and I'm going to try to find, and it wasn't too hard. Let's see. Oops, nope, that's Seaside Spray. I'm going to try to find... I'm actually kind of thinking that the boho blue is going to be a little bit dark. Okay, this is the boho blue. Yeah, that's a little too dark. Excuse me. And actually, I might just want to make that pink too, or I could go with this balmy blue. And just do the inside edges of it. Insides and the outsides. I do not want much color on these at all, but I do want some. I don't even think there is such a thing as a blue dogwood, is there? Anybody know? We used to have a white dogwood. And I guess that's kind of what this is going to end up. I want this to more look like that, but I want it to have some color. So I don't want to just leave it totally white. So I am using balmy blue, which is a very, and I'm only using the light balmy blue. And I'm only using a little around the outside edges and around the center, just to take it out a little bit. It almost, I want you to be able to look at it and say, oh, it doesn't have any color. Oh, wait, yes, it does. Okay, so that's that. And then I want a little bit of the yellow in the centers. And I'm going to use seafoam for my leaves because I also want them to have very, very little color, hardly any. So this is soft seafoam, and let's see, soft seafoam, yeah, that's still there. I did order the magnolia. That is on online exclusives, and that is coming in. So that will probably be what I use in the future for the same basic card. So if you want to make this card, you can't get this stamp set anymore, but the magnolia is coming up. It is available as an online exclusive. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be close to the same idea. Okay, Susie. And Susie says, it's a card, not a real dogwood. Make it any color you want. Okay, I wanted to make it. Okay, it is blue. And I think it looks good like that. Just that little touch of blue around the outside edges. Hi, Brenda. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. We're going to. Oh, Karen, thank you. She says you have an eye for color. Well, let me tell you something. Stampin' Up makes it easy. They're coming out with that color wheel that's in the center of our catalogs, the new catalog. They're going to put that up, bring that out for sale. And I'll tell you what, they make it so easy. I mean, you use the boho blue background, you use the boho blue blend, you use the boho blue paper, you use everything boho blue, and you got it made. Everything's going to match, right? Um, let's see, I need another base. Again, I'm just going to use white. And these blends, well, they make you look like an artist. They just work out so well. I can't say enough about them. If you don't have them, you might want to try and experiment just with a couple of them in a couple of colors. But I have a feeling that when you do experiment with them, you're going to want them all. I do really, really like them a lot. Okay, there it is. Now, I'm going to tell you what, guys, there's one thing missing on all of these, and I'm going to remedy that right now. Uh, we need butterflies or dragonflies or birds or something. And I'm thinking because I'm thinking dragonflies. And the dragonflies are gone. There will be no more of these. I don't think. I don't know. They might be an online exclusive, but there. That's all it needs to is just one. Have to finish this one, my sample. I don't know which one is my favorite now. I do really like this on the gray background, though. I do like that. But I like the blue one, too. You like the new catalog, Linda? So do I. Oh my gosh. I'm ecstatic over it. I really am. It's funny because I haven't really been so crazy about the last couple. But this one, it has some nice I like the way it's laid out. Um, it did repeat a lot of stuff, which I'm glad for because, that's one of those things where I buy these sets to make and I don't like to use retired stamp sets because then if somebody sees them that's new, they can't get them. Ooh, what am I on? I wanted to glue this on a card base and I'm gluing it on an insert. Okay. So here's a card base. We'll try that this time. It'll make more sense because then it will have a border. Yeah. And I can use the insert as an insert. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's arranged. It has a lot of neat stuff for easy stuff or for beginners. I'm very impressed with it. I really am. I really do like it. Um, like I said, if anybody doesn't have one, make sure you let me know. Oh, Linda, I have one catalog already worn out. I'm on my second one. No, no. But yes, I have pages folded and crinkled and sticky notes and everything else. Notes written all over one, and then I have a clean copy that I can use to show people because I really trash one. And I do that every time. It's kind of my thing, I guess. Okay, so this is what we did tonight. This one of these was my sample, but they're the same. And 2 happy birthdays. And I do like that now. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. You like the petal pink? Oh, then I have they're folded. It looks like it's a 2-year-old catalog. It's so worn already. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know, Susie. I'm having trouble between the two of these. I don't know. Oops, no wait, there. I'm having trouble between the two of them. But I think I do kind of like the contrast on that one. Okay, anyway, that's it. Hey, Karen, you won the card tonight, so you can pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you want? The blue one or the pink one or one of these two? Thank you cards. It's up to you. You let me know. Okay, folks, that's it for tonight. So, oh, Connie, you're welcome always. Always. I have as much fun doing this. I hope you guys can sit and maybe work with me or do the same things later or whatever. um okay, that's it for tonight. We're done. Thank you for joining me. It's always a pleasure. Pink. This one, this one. Pink. These are pink too. I think you mean this one though. I do think you do. Okay, it's yours. I'm going to put your name on it right now. Thanks, everybody. Yes. I'll see you all next week. Same time, same channel. Or at Robbie. Yes, I'll see you next week at Robbie, 1:30. Good night.